Hello, everyone. Our class will start in 4 minutes. And if you can hear me clearly, please type 1 in your chat box. Okay, good to see you. And as for the sample paper 1, Teacher Jane already received more than 30 papers. I'm so glad to see your submission. And a lot of you did not bad, right? Okay, so as for today's class, we will talk about the papers, especially those many kids got it wrong. Okay, so if convenient, you can prepare your paper. You still remember this sample paper, right? Okay, so take it out, then later we will discuss together, okay? Okay, only 1 minute before the class. So right now, if convenient, please prepare your paper. Also, take out your pencil and eraser so that we can calculate together. If you want to go toilet right now, you can take your time and we will start in 1 minute, okay? Today, the live stream course will be from 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Okay, everyone, it is 4 o'clock already, so let's get started. Firstly, let's welcome everyone and clap for yourself because I know that you submit your sample paper 1, right? This is a very nice try because before the real competition, if you do the sample papers, that will help you a lot to know more about this exam, right? So for example, today we will talk about the sample paper 1. That is, maybe you are very familiar with this question, right? And as for today's class, we will talk about the questions that all of us easily get wrong. Okay, so everyone, let's see. I'm Teacher Jane. Maybe a lot of you are already very familiar with me, right? Okay, so today's class, I will be with you to review what we have learned, and also, is there anything that I can help you with the paper? Then let's take a look. As for the competition itself, it will be in mid-September, but during the whole July and August, we will have some weeks to prepare for the competition itself. Okay, so you can take a look. As for today, it is it is July 29, right? So you can see here, July 29, here is today. So you can see today we will go through the sample paper 1. That is the paper you have done last week, right? And after today's class, I will share the sample paper 2, which is Teacher Jane adapted from the real test paper in 2024. Yeah, so for example, you can see this paper is the last year sample paper, but after today's class, I will also share you the sample paper 2. Okay, so you can see every week in the following several weeks, every Tuesday, we will have a live stream course. It will take 1 hour, and after that, I will share you a past year paper or a past year sample paper. Okay, and be careful. Remember to register the competition, or later after several weeks, you will say, Teacher Jane, I already prepared for several weeks, but I forgot to register. Oh, that will be quite upsetting, right? Okay, so everyone be careful about the deadline for the registration. So if convenient, just let your parent to register right now. And the deadline for the registration will be August 31st. Okay, so here we can see, we can also prepare with our friends. We have our WhatsApp groups for those who are more familiar with English. You can scan the QR code or firstly screenshot here. Okay, and then for the WeChat, for those who prefer to speak Chinese, you can also scan the QR code on the screen to add my WeChat. Then I will invite you to the chat group. Okay, so everyone, right now, 3, 2, 1, screenshot. Then we will move on to today's class. Okay, so everyone, let's get started. Firstly, we can see today Teacher Jane received more than 30 submissions, and the average grade for all of us is 50.65. Okay, not bad. And you can also see that here are all our scores that for the question 1, question 2, question 3. And after all the analysis, Teacher Jane just found out, maybe a lot of you will get wrong for several questions. So I especially choose these questions to discuss with you. Okay, so if you are ready for the class, please type 1 in your chat box. Then we will get started. Okay, everyone, let's take a look. Today, we will talk about the sample paper 1. And as for the questions, let's take a look. The first question, you are very familiar with this one, right? And on the right side, you can see the percentage of full scores is 88.89. Okay, so that means if there are 100 kids, 88 of us got it correct. Okay, so that means a lot of us got it correct, right? Okay, so as for this question, it's really not that hard. If you are very familiar with the times table, with the addition calculation, for example, you can see which one is the smallest, then we can just calculate each one is how many. For example, you can type in your chat box, 7 times 9, what is the answer? 63, right? Not hard. Then the second one, 21 plus 22 plus 23, that will be 66. Good job. And then option C, type in your chat box. Let me see who is the quickest. That will be 69. And then the last one is 64. Okay, good job. So we can just figure out which one is the smallest. That will be option A. Okay, so this is the final answer. And then everyone, this time, let's take a look. The second question, you can see which of the following figures cannot be obtained from rotating the figure on the right side. As for this question, you can see the percentage of full scores is much lower than the previous question, right? You see this one, 88. This one, only 65. That means a lot of us got it wrong. Okay, so we can take a look at this question. So it is really important before you start that I know many of you must never remember you need to choose cannot. So each time when you are reading a question, you always underline the keyword. Okay, to remind yourself. Okay, so everyone, let's take a look. Which one of the following figures cannot be obtained from rotating the figure on the right side? Actually, there is a tip and trick. Later, I will teach you how to do it, but right now, let's observe how the figure looks like. Yeah, firstly, we can see overall, there's a big square and there are two white parts and a black part and a white part with a line in the middle. And we can also see their positions, right? It is quite special. And then we can take a look as for the option A. If we want to make sure the black one is on the left side, the top left, then we must rotate it like what? You can also show me with your hands. It will be like this, right? Okay, so after we rotate like this, then how the figure will look like? Yeah, they are just the same, right? So option A is the correct answer. No, everyone be careful. Option A is after rotation, we can get it. But don't forget that we want to find which one cannot get it, right? So this is also why Teacher Jane found that a lot of us choose option A. This is wrong, everyone, because you can see we want to find which one cannot be obtained. A lot of us choose A. So be careful when you are having a competition. Especially when you want to double check your answer, just always make sure you read all the options, okay? Give me a big thumbs up if you remember this. And then let's take a look. How about the option B? This one. Let's see. Let's show me your hands, just like this. We want to have the black part here. Then, is it look like this? If the black part is on the bottom right side, then how the figure will look like? Then this figure will look like this, right? You see the line, the position of the line is wrong. So this time, we cannot get it. So someone may say, oh, cannot get it. Then I cross this option. Okay, then you will miss the correct answer. Don't forget that which one cannot be obtained. So actually B is our answer. And then after rotation, you will also see that we can get option C and option D. And during the competition, someone may ask, oh, Teacher Jane, I always remember how to do it, but each time when I'm having a competition, I always get it wrong. But no worries, everyone, you can see this is a paper, right? You can rotate your paper and then observe, is it the same as the option we want to have? Then you will choose the correct answer. Or you can also look at the paper like this, then you can also know which one is the answer, right? Okay, good job. Okay, then this time, let's move on. Time for fun. You can see, let's take a look. Is this a rotated version of pip? Yes or no? Who wanna choose A, type A in your chat box? Who wanna choose B, type B in your chat box? Okay, let's see. Is this a rotation version? No, never. You can see here is a very special part. That is the hand of pip, right? You can see it is like this. And we can see rotation, just turning the figures, right? Do we flip it like this? No, never. Actually, the picture here is just a symmetrical figure, a mirror image of it, right? So actually this one, no. Then let's move on. This one, A or B. Which of the following is a rotated version of pip? You can also see the special part, right? For example, the heart shape. And then you can rotate like this and then see which part is it. Yeah, the correct answer should be option B. Option A is also flip it. And then this time, let's see. Which of the following is the rotated version of pip? Let's rotate. Left hand, right? And then rotate, rotate, rotate. How it will look like. Which option? Is it option A? No, not really, right? Or you can also rotate your screen. Or you can also see like this, and then you will see which one is the correct answer. Yeah, this one also B, so be careful, okay? Then this time, let's take a look. You see, this question is just like a disaster. Only half of us got it correct, so be careful. This is the third question. We can see we glued the 3 pieces of paper as shown. These are 3 pictures, right? Onto the black circle on the right side. Which of the following patterns could he not obtain? Okay, so let's take a look. As for the option A, we can see if we want to put the circles, the pieces of paper on the circle, that means sometimes there could be overlaps, right? So the one on the top, we can see all of the figures, but the one at the bottom, we can only see part of it, right? So this will help us a lot. Okay, so everyone, let's take a look at the options one by one. For example, as for the option A, you can see the one on the top must be these two, right? These 2 figures. And then, how comes the gray color one is like this? Do we just cut it? Actually, no. It is just overlapped, right? Because we put it below the two shapes like this, right? Okay, and then we can see option A is we can get it. We want to choose which one cannot obtain, right? So option A, cross it out. Then option B. Just now we say the one on the top. We can see all of the figures, right? Okay, so this time let's take a look. Which one must be on the top? We can call them as piece A, B, C, okay? Which one must be on the top? Yeah, piece B and piece C, right? Okay, and then someone may ask, oh, teacher Jane, can I cut this gray color one and then put part of it here and then split it and put the other part here? Can or cannot? Cannot, right? Or if it is below the figure, then it will be like this so that we can see these parts of them, right? Okay, so everyone, is it B? No, never. The option B is a semicircle. Is it such big? No, so actually option B, we can never get it. And after you know this, you can also try option C, option D. Just try which one is on the top, which one is at the bottom. Then you will know the answer. Okay? Then we can see the answer here is option B, C and D. We can also get them. For example, as for the option C, the gray part is here. And it is covered by this one on the top. And this small tiny part is just below the gray part, right? Okay. And then the option D, you can see this one. Okay, as for the gray part, we put it here, then put the 2 small pieces, one here on the top of the gray part, one here on the other side. Okay, so this is how we solve the problem. Then, this time, everyone, let's take a look. This time, 60% of us got it correct. Not bad. Okay, let's read the question together and see how can we solve the problem. Okay, so we can see we got a farm with goats and ducks. There are 40 legs on the animals in the farm in total, 40 legs. And then if there are 6 goats, how many ducks are there? Okay, everyone, firstly, type in your chat box. As for each goat, there are how many legs for each of them? Okay, let me draw a goat. Dun, 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 dun. One goat got how many legs? 4 legs, right? Good job. And then for one duck, each one of them got how many legs? Oh, sorry, I draw it like a cheek. I don't know how to draw duck. Sorry. A bit ugly. Okay, so ducks got how many legs? 2, right? Okay, good job. So we can see there are 40 legs in total. Imagine this is a total. We got 40. And then there are 6 goats. So 6 goats got how many legs? Type in your chat box. If you know the times, then you can do times, right? That will be 6 times 4 equals 24, right? So you can see 24 legs belongs to the goats. Then how many legs for the ducks? Yeah, that will be 40 minus 24 give us 16. So someone may say, Teacher Jane, I know how to do it. 16 divided by 4 give us 4. So there are 4 ducks. Am I correct? Yes or no? No, never. Because we can see one duck got how many legs? Yeah, each one of them got 2 legs, right? So we need to divide it by 2. That give us 8. Okay, so the final answer is option B. Okay, good job. Then this time, let's move on. Here, this question, 94% of us got it correct. So you did it very well. So as for this question, I will skip it. But what you need to do is just to observe what is the pattern here. That is, after every 5 figures, there will be another round, right? Okay, so be careful. Some of you may think, oh, Teacher Jane, I found that how to do it, like, I don't know how to see. Then you just see after how many pictures, you will see the picture, the first picture, that will be fine. Okay, then this time, let's move on. The 6th question, also not that bad. 74% of us got it correct. Okay, so everyone, you can see, as shown in the figure, a square piece of paper was folded twice and a corner was cut off. When the remainder of the paper was laid out, which of the following figures could be the result we get? Okay, so that means after we fold it according to the instructions, we cut it and then unfold it. Our task is to see which one is the one that we can have, right? Okay, so someone may say, oh, Teacher Jane, it's a little bit confusing. If you are at home, you can just find a paper and then let's fold it together. I don't have blank paper, so I have to fold my paper, okay? Ignore this. Okay, so we can see this is a paper. And then I fold it like this. And then I fold it again. Okay, let me fold it. Then I cut the corner. I cut the corner. Then unfold it. Don't you see? How does it look like? Can you see me? Okay, so which one is the correct answer? Yeah, that will be option D, right? Do not tear your own paper, okay? Teacher Jane don't really have paper, so I have to do this. Okay, so everyone, let's take a look. As for this question, we can just use a paper to help you imagine. But someone may say, oh, Teacher Jane, can I really tear my own paper during my test? Can never, right? Then how should we do it? We can just do it inversely. Just now, we already know the last step is here, right? And then, everyone, we can see. We cut a corner here. Then, after unfold it, where is this corner? Here, right? So we just draw it out, then it will be fine. And we also know this is the part that we just cut from here. And then after unfold it, it will be also symmetry, right? Okay, symmetrical, right? So you can see here, this is the answer that you will have. Okay, so everyone, this is how we do the problem. Then this time, let's move on. This question, also congratulations, you see 91% of us got it correct. Congratulations. Okay, so we can see, as for this question, it is about the shapes in the equation. We already know the triangle times 3 give us 27. Our task is to see how about the triangle minus 2. So before we know the value of triangle minus 2, we must know what is the triangle means, right? Okay, so let's take a look. Triangle times 3 give us 27. What times 3 give us 27? 9, right? So triangle is 9. Then we will see 9 minus 2 give us option C. Okay, everyone, let me check whether you are very familiar with the times table. After I give you the question, you need to do it, okay? Okay. Oh, Joyce, you cut your own paper. Okay. Sorry. Teacher Jane just now cut my own paper because I can't find any other papers. Don't cut your own paper, okay? Okay, everyone, let's take a look. Let me check whether you're very familiar with your times table, okay? The first question, 7 times 9. Type in your chat box. 7 times 9. Okay, 63. Then how about 8 times 6? Okay, good job, Maggie, Luna. Okay, good job, everyone. 48. And then let's see, how about I give you a super hard one. How about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 0? What about this? Okay, just nothing, right? 0 times anything is 0. And then I give you a super hard one. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3 times 1. What is the answer? Okay, the answer 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Be careful. 1 is just like a mirror. Anything times 1 is just the number itself. Okay, good job, everyone. So fast. And then do remember, before the competition, you need to be very familiar with the times table, okay? Make sure each time your daddy and mommy ask you, what about 7 times 9? What about 1 times 2? What about 3 times 4? You need to answer immediately in only 1 second, okay? Then this time, let's take a look. The question 8. This question, the percentage of 4 scores is 79. Also not bad. As for this question, which of the following results is an even number? Everyone, what does it mean by even number? Even number is just like a twin, right? It's just like a twin. So, for example, 2, 4, 6, 8, or like 10. They are even numbers, okay? So each time when you want to find even numbers, you can also see like 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. This will help you a lot. Then how about the even numbers? Type in your chat box, give me some examples. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Okay, actually, here are some patterns here. That is, let's see, the sum of an even number and an odd number. Is it like an even number? After you're very familiar, in the future, you will know that an even number, let me write it down on the screen, okay? An odd number plus or minus an odd number is an even number. An even number, you can also copy this on your book, okay? Plus or minus. I write down like this because teacher Jane is a bit lazy, okay? You better remember this means plus and minus, okay? Don't copy mine. Okay, then let's see. Even number plus or minus even number, also an even number. Later, I will tell you why. And then odd number plus or minus even number is still an odd number. Let's see why. Because, for example, just now we say, let me give you an example. If 1, this is an odd number, right? We want to plus another odd number. How about 3? Like 1 plus 3. Just now we say even number is just like a twin, right? So every pair just become an even number. You see, we got 2 groups, right? So this time, you can see, actually, this is a single lonely one, and these are twins, and this is another single lonely one. But the single lonely one says, oh, we can become best friends. then we can combine together. So these two items, they will become an even number. Then you can see the answer is 4. And this is even number, right? And after the class, you can also try, how about we plus odd number with even number, plus even number with even number. Or we can also try it together. For example, even number 2 plus even number 2. 2 plus 2. We know this is 4, right? And then you can see the 2 plus 2. They are still like two twins, right? Okay, so we can see even number plus even number or minus even number. All of them, they are even numbers. And then let me erase this part. How about sometimes teacher say, oh, I want to know why odd number plus even number, that will become odd number. Let's see, how about 1 plus 4, okay? Let's see, 1 plus 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you see, this is a single lonely guy crying over there. Oh, I'm so lonely. And then you see the 4, we got 2 pairs of twins, right? And then you see this single lonely guy, do we still have extra ones to get paired with it? No, don't have. So this is still a lonely guy, right? Okay, and after double check the answer, we can also see here the answer is 5. It is an even number. So this time we can check which of the options are correct. For example, let's take a look. The option A, we can see the sum of an even number and an odd number. Are they an even number? We can also try, let's using some examples, right? Even number 2, odd number 1. Then you see 2 plus 1 equals 3. Is it an even number? No, not really. So we cross it out. Then I see the difference between an even number and an odd number. How about 2 and 1? The difference means we need to do the minus. So 2 minus 1 equals 1. Cross it out. And then option C, let's take a look. The sum of 3 odd numbers. Let's see, 3 odd numbers. How about 1 plus 1 plus 1? This is 3. Is it an even number? Yes or no? Type in your chat box. Okay, this is an odd number, right? So cannot. Then after double check, we can see sum of 4 odd numbers, like 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, that give us 4. So we can see option D is an even number. Okay, so this is how we solve the problem. Good job, everyone. Then let's move on to question 9. Each figure in the following sequence is formed using a square of identical sizes. Identical means they are the same. For example, there are 2 identical squares in the first figure. How many identical squares are there in the 11th figure? Let's take a look. What is the pattern here? Firstly, we can see this is 1 plus 1. The second one is 1 plus 2 plus 1. This time, we got a longer one, right? And then you see the third one. This time, it is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 1. So we got an extra 3, right? Then the next time, it is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 1. So we can see we got an extra 4. So we can see the pattern is every time we just plus 1 more extra number. So the 11th figure, we need to do 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 until 11. Let's write it down. Plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10 plus 11 plus 1. And then after calculation, you will know the answer is 67. That will be option D. Okay? Then this time, let's take a look. The 10th question. Okay, this question, you see, is just like a disaster. Only 42% of us got it correct. So let's take a look. Okay, let's see. The Monkey King wants to cut a golden rod into 9 identical small parts. Okay, if we want to have 9 small parts, we want to cut how many times? Tell me. Everyone, you see this question? If we want to have 9 parts, then we need to cut how many times? Type in our chat box. Yes, good job. That will be 8, right? Okay, so what happens if we cut it 9 times? There will be 10 pieces, right? For example, let's see, if we cut 1 time, there will be 2 pieces. 2 times, there will be 3 pieces. So you can see the number of pieces is always 1 more than how many times we cut, right? Okay, this time we cut 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this time, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 pieces. And we can see, we already know we cut 8 times. Each time when he cut the rods, it takes 3 minutes. So how many minutes does he need to cut the rod? That will be 8 times 3, give us, what is the answer? Times table again, 8 times 3. Good job, Mary. Okay, that will be 24. Good job. That will be 24. So, because a lot of you think that, oh, Teacher Jane, 9 identical parts. So, 9 times, I just do 9 times 3, give us 27. So, a lot of you choose C. This is why C is wrong. Be careful, okay? Okay, then this time, let's move on. Let's do some practice together. Firstly, let's take a look. We go to the Think Academy Secret Garden and review how many times do we need to cut. Firstly, we can see Teacher Jane throws carrots in a row. She puts a stone between every 2 carrots. Now she puts 6 stones. How many carrots are there in total? Okay, so this time the stones are just like the cutting points, are just the intervals, the gaps between the 2 items, right? Okay, type in your chat box, what is your answer? A stone between every 2 carrots. And she put 6 stones. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then how many carrots? Type in your chat box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good job. That will be 7, right? Okay, good job, Jiayi. Then let's take a look. This time, Teacher Chiyong puts a light between 2 wooden planks. You see, we got a light between 2 wooden planks. So the light this time are just like the cutting points. They are just like the intervals, the gaps between the atoms. Now there are 6 planks. We know there are 6 planks. So how many lights did he need? Type in our chat box. Good job, Jiayi, so fast. The answer will be, good job, Pat. Okay, that will be 5, right? Okay, so we can see here, we need 5 lights. Okay, so we can always notice that the number of intervals, that is the gaps. Sometimes it's just like the light, sometimes they are the stones, sometimes they are the cutting points, but it's always the intervals equals the number of how many items minus 1. There's a relationship, right? So this is also why maybe you see this question before. You see, Teacher Mingjie cut the string along the dotted line. How many pieces are there after cutting? You can see this time the string is just like the whole item, like the rod. And we need to count how many cutting points are there. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are just like the intervals, right? So can you tell me how many pieces are there? There will be 5. Because the number of items is just the intervals plus 1, right? Okay, if you still can't remember, cannot trust Teacher Jane, you can also double check again. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? Okay, so this is why sometimes we don't know how to do. Okay, this time let's move on to the question 11. Good job, Muxin. Good job. Joyce, good job. Okay, this time let's take a look at the question 11. We can see this time the percentage of full scores is 77%. Okay, let's take a look. This time it's about the timing problem. We can see Maria start cleaning her house at 4:30 p.m. p.m. means in the afternoon. She spends 1 hour and 20 minutes cleansing the cabinets and the shelves. Then she spent another 50 minutes cleansing the floor. At what time did she finish the cleaning? Okay, so this time we can see here we got some times problems. Okay, so we start to draw a timeline here. Let's draw a timeline. We can see we start at 4:30 p.m. And then we spent 1 hour and 20 minutes to clean the cabinet and the shelves. Okay, so we know in total, after 1 hour and 20 minutes, what time is it? How can we calculate? In this question, we know that 1 hour and 20 minutes is 80 minutes in total, right? But we just plus and then get that the answer is 30 plus 80 give us 110. So I say it is 110. Is it our time? No, can never, right? We don't have 110 minutes in 1 hour. Okay, so this time there must be another way. In this kind of question, we can firstly find the closest complete hour. Like this is 5 p.m. Then how many minutes later it will be 5 p.m.? 30 minutes later, right? So we plus 30 minutes, then it will be 5 p.m. And then we still have how many minutes? 80 minus 30 give us 50, right? So we still need to get another 50 minutes. So that will be 5:50 p.m. So this is our final answer, and then tick. A lot of you choose option A. Be careful. Don't forget that after that, she spent another 50 minutes to clean the floor, right? Okay, so this time we still need to plus another 50 minutes. And then someone may say, oh, plus 50, so that will be 100. No, can never, right? If you want to do, you can also see like this, minus 60, this is 40, and then this is 640. Or if you want to use the timeline, also can. That will be like, find the closest complete hour first. This is 6 p.m. after 10 minutes, right? And then we plus another 40 minutes. That will be 6:40 p.m. So the final answer here should be option C. Okay, good job, everyone. And then this time, let's move on to the next question. Oh, before that, let's take a look. Review about the AM and PM, okay? So start from the midnight. Midnight, the 12 o'clock is the start of a day. So we say it is AM. And then in the whole morning, we say all of them, they are AM. And then in the 12 o'clock at noon, we say it is 12 p.m. because it is the start of the afternoon, right? Okay, so this time let's take a look. Teacher Jane's day. Teacher Jane always get up at what? 8 a.m. or 8 p.m. A or B? Yeah, AM, right? I can never get up at 8 p.m. Then you cannot see me right now, right? Okay, then this time, after getting up, she goes to Bread Talk at 8:30 to buy breakfast. AM or PM? AM, right? Good job. Then she has classes at 4:30. What? In the afternoon. AM? I'm still sleeping. Okay, so the answer should be B, right? Okay, then in the afternoon, she goes to the food court to buy some lunch at 12 a.m. or p.m. p.m. A lot of you got it confused, but remember that because at noon, the 12 o'clock, it is the start of afternoon, right? So we use p.m. Good job. Then after a long day, she can finally go to bed at 11 a.m. or p.m. p.m. Good job. Okay, then everyone, this time let's move on. Here, as for this question, 62% of you got it correct, and let's take a look. The numbers 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 are to be filled into the circles in the number matrix so that the sum of the 5 numbers along each line is 16. What is the sum? What is the number represented by A? Okay, so if we want to know like this, the sum of these 3 numbers are 16. The sum of these 3 numbers is 16. What is the number represented by A? Before this, we need to know how can we play this kind of number matrix. Let's warm up a little bit. You can see here, we got 2 lines, right? So you can see the sum of this column, sum of this row, we want to see they are the same. And there is a very special position, that is the middle one, because it is in both rows, right? So we need to think about this. Okay, so everyone, let's take a look. The listed numbers have the same difference. This is because you can see 1 and 2 plus 1 is 3 plus 1 is 4 plus 5 is plus 1 is 5 plus 1 is 6. Every time the difference is just 1, right? So this time we can just think about the rainbow method. That is 1 plus 6 equals 7, 2 plus 5 equals 7, 3 plus 4 equals 7. So the little head and the little tail, if we plus them, we can just get the same difference, right? So this can help us a lot. You can find that 1 plus 6, 2 plus 5, 3 plus 4, they got the same difference, the same sum, right? So this time, let's get back to this question. If we want to know the same sum, we can also use the rainbow method. Sometimes you can rainbow like this, then the 5 is quite special, right? And then let's try it. What will happen if we put the 5 in the middle, and then 3 and 7, 4 and 6, like this. Okay, so we can do the plus. Start from the column. 3 plus 5 plus 7 equals how many? Type in your chat box. 15. And then 4 plus 5 plus 6 equals how many? 15. We get the same sum. So somebody may say, oh, Teacher Ding, the answer is option C. No, be careful. Don't forget that we need to make sure the sum of the lines, they should be how many? It should be 16, right? Not 15. So maybe, we need to try it another way. Okay, let's try it. Okay, let's take a look. Let me erase this. How about this time we ignore the little head here, the number 3. And then 4 and 7, 5 and 6. Let's see if the 3 is in the middle. What will happen? 4 and 7, 5 and 6. Okay, but after calculation seems the answer is even smaller. But no worries, everyone. We can try it another way. How about we put the 7 in the middle? And then you can see A is 7. Then use the rainbow method. 3 and 6, 4 and 5. And then we can see what is the answer. Yeah, that is what we are looking for, right? So you can see option A is the correct one. Okay, this time let's move on. Let's move on. The 13th question. Oh, only 31% of you got it correct. So we can see this time it is a little bit confusing, right? So sometimes it is wrong because of the position. Sometimes it is wrong because of the direction. If you still cannot understand, there's another way. That is, you can just print it out and cut the figure and then observe one by one. Usually it is wrong because of the position or the direction of the figures are wrong. Okay, everyone, it will be better if you can visualize it and then observe one by one. Then this time, let's move on to the 14th question. This one, we can draw a diagram to show. Okay, because we don't have enough time, so I have to skip some of the questions. Let me see. Let's see, the 15th question, this one. A lot of you got it wrong, okay? Everyone, let's see. Jennifer formed the following solid using several cubes. She then pasted the solid onto the ground and then painted the entire solid pink. How many faces of the cubes were not painted? What does it mean? Everyone, you see, here I got 2 cubes. If I put them together, everyone, you see, the 2 faces in the middle, will they be painted? Yes or no? No, right? So we can see, just like in the figure, between these 2 cubes, these 2 faces, will they be printed? Yes or no? No, right? So we can see, here are some faces we can never print it. But how can we observe? Teacher Jane, there are so many cubes, right? But no worries, everyone. We can observe in order. Let me find some cubes. Okay. It looks like this. Okay, it looks like this. Firstly, we can observe the faces in front. You can see here, this face and this face, they will never be painted, right? It is here, between these 2 cubes. These 2 faces will never be painted. Okay, there are 1 face. And then, how about the sides? The sides, like between the 2 faces, you see here, 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 and then here. There are 3 pairs of faces will never be painted, right? The sides, there are 3 pairs. Where are they? Let me show you. 1 pair, 2 pairs, 3 pairs. Okay? And then the last one is the one, the one on the top. You can see this time, this pair, and this pair, right? There are also another 2 pairs. And then somebody say, oh, finally I got it correct. So there are 1 plus 3 plus 2 equals 6. Then 6 times 2 give us 12 faces. 6 pairs equals 12, right? Okay, then they will choose C. Actually, no. Don't forget that the faces at the bottoms are also not painted, right? So the 4 faces, 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4 faces at the bottom, they will also not be painted. So the 12 need to plus 4. Then we will get 16. Okay, so the final answer is 16. Okay, so this time let's move on. As for this question, you can always find the best friend pairs to help you. Like 2, we can find 8. 4, we can find 6. 6 is quite slow, quite close. And then 9, we can find 1. 7, we can find 3. And then do the calculation. This will be easier. And then as for the 17th question, only 42% of us got it correct. So let's take a look. Figure 1 shows different color stickers pasted by some children. Anna made a record of the numbers of hearts of different colors in each section as shown in the figure 2. Using figure 1, find the question mark in the equation below. Oh, does it work? The paragraph is so long, right? But no worries, everyone, let's take a look. We can see this is just like a special shape, right? And this shape, the first equation equals 9. What does it mean? Probably we can try, right? The green color is just the same as the green heart shape. So maybe it's related with how many heart shapes are there. And after we count, we can see how many green heart shapes are there in this part. 3, right? And how many blue heart shapes are there in this part? You see this part? How many blue shapes? 6. After we plus them, we can just get the answer, right? So you can see 3 plus 6 give us 9. Okay, so this time we got an idea, so maybe we can just try it. Okay, so this time let's try the second question. The yellow one at this part. Let me change another color. Okay, good job everyone. You can see this part. Oh, sorry, I draw it a little bit ugly. Yeah, this part, the yellow one, we got how many? 5, right? And then as for the bottom part, we got how many red ones? Type in your chat box. Yes, good job. 3. So this time we can get 8. So after double check, we can make sure. Oh, it is just related to, as for this part, we got how many of the colored shape, right? So this time we can figure it out. After we count, on the top one, there we got 2 blue shapes. This part we got 5 yellow heart shapes. This part we got 3. And this part we got 2. So 2 plus 5 plus 3 minus 2 give us 8. The final answer is 8. Everyone, if you can understand, give me a big thumbs up. Good job. Then this time, the 18th question. Oh, as for this question, you should be really familiar with it, everyone. Counting 2D shapes. We already discussed about this kind of questions starting from your K2. So be careful and never get it wrong, okay? Only half of us got it correct. We always count in order. To make sure you won't forget, I would write it very big. In O R D. Oh, sorry. This is P. D E R. In order. Everyone, count in order. Be careful, okay? So we always start from the smallest simple ones. Let's try. How about one single squares? We got how many? Let's count. 1 from the top to bottom, left to right, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so someone may say, the answer is 12. Is it okay? Never. We can see this time. We also get some squares that are combined by 4 small squares, right? 4 small squares. Let's count. 1, count in order. 2, and then someone may say 3 and 4. So there are 4. Everyone be careful. In the middle, there's another one. You see this part? 5, right? So we got 5 shapes like this. Okay, so in total, we got how many? 17. Okay. Then this time, let's take a look. The question 19. This time, also half of us got it correct. But because we don't have enough time, so I just give you a clue. Okay, everyone. We can see this picture below shows the number of pupils who sign up for different events during the sports festival. If 96 pupils sign up for hockey, you see 96 of them sign up this. How many more pupils sign up for swimming than for soccer? So this time what we're gonna do is just to see, because each heart shape stands for the same number of pupils, then you can see in total we got 96 divided by 4, then we can see each heart shape is 24, 24, 24, 24. And then swimming more than soccer. Swimming is how many more than soccer? You can see 3 heart shapes more than the soccer, right? So 3 groups of 24 give us 72. Then we can see the answer is 72. Then everyone, let's move on to the question 20. Okay, question 20. This time we can see Robin has 29 stickers. 29 stickers. If Robin received 12 stickers from his brother, they will have the same number of stickers. So you can see this is Robin. Robin have less than his brother, right? Okay, so we can draw a longer one for his brother. His brother give him 12. So you see, this is the difference part. Can we just directly give him 12? Yes or no? No, then his brother will cry. Why? This time I will have less. You can never give him 12 like this. Okay, so actually 12 is just half of their difference. So that we give Robin half of their difference and keep half of the difference. Then they will have the same thing, right? So we can calculate how many stickers does his brother have. We know Robin has 29, right? So that means this is also 29. After we do the calculation, that will be 53. So the final answer is 53. Good job. Then question 21. What is the largest three-digit multiple of 3 without any repeating digits? Everyone, if you want to find the multiple of 3, there is a tip. That is the sum of all digits in this number is the multiple of 3. What does it mean? For example, 123, can be divided by 3. Because 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 6. Someone may say, oh, teacher didn't why like this? Let me give you a smaller number. For example, 12. 1 plus 2 equals 3, right? It can be divided by 3, right? And then let me give you another one. 15 divided by 3. 1 plus 5 equals 6. 6 is the multiple of 3. So you can see we can also divide it. So this time we want to see what is the largest three-digit multiple of 3. Then we can make sure the hundredth digit must be 9, right? So that we can make it the biggest. And then we can also try the tens place. We also want it to be big. But can it be 9 again? No, because we don't want any repeated numbers. So this time we can try 8. Then 9 plus 8 is how many? 17. We want it to be the multiple of 3. So we want it to be big, right? How about we try 7? Yeah, so you see 17 plus 7 equals 24. 24 divided by 3 equals 8. It is also a multiple of 3, right? So actually the answer here is 987. Then this time, let's take a look. The question 22. Oh, only 19% of you got it correct, so we have to talk about this. Okay, everyone. Maybe today we will be a bit late for around 5 minutes. Hope you don't mind, okay? We will be a little bit late for 5 minutes. Okay, you can see Harry tries to list out all three-digit odd numbers. All three-digit odd numbers whose ones digit is multiple of the tens digit. How many numbers can he list out? Okay, so firstly, we can see, as for the hundredth digit, there could be 1 to 9, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then for the tens and the ones place, because the ones digit is a multiple of the tens digit. So we can see this time we need to list out, but be careful. The digit, the number should be odd number. So as for the ones digit, it must be 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So this time, if the ones digit is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, the ones digit also need to be the multiple of tens digit. Then let's see how about the ones digit should be. It can only be 1, so it could be 11, 13, 15, 17, 19 like this, right? Or if the tens place, it can be 2. Because the ones digit is the multiple of tens digit, then the ones digit should be 4 or 6 or 7 or 8. Is it okay? No, can never. Because this will be even numbers, right? So this time we need to try other things. How about the ones digit is 3? The tens digit is 3, and then it will be 33, 39, or the tens place is 55, and then 77, 99. So here we got all the tens and ones combinations. There are how many pairs? 10 pairs, right? And we also know the hundreds place, there are 9 different options. So that could be 111, 113, 115. There could be a lot of combinations. You can try all of them after the class, right? Okay, so what we're gonna do is just to use the 9 options here, pair with the tens and the ones place. There are 10 different ways. So that would be 9 times 10 give us 90. So the answer is 90. Then this time the question 23, not that hard. You can just start with the second equation because this one we got only one shape, right? And then the question 24. This one, a lot of you got it wrong. Let's take a look. In the following vertical number puzzle, all the different letters stand for different digits. Find the 2-digit sum of PI. Okay, so that means the SSSS plus the sum equals I or 10 plus I. Or you can see I plus the sum, then we will get P. So for example, let's have a try. This time, let's take a look. If we got a sum of them is P. Then how about I is 1? We can try. And then the P is how many? 4, right? Okay, and then the I is 1. And then S. 4 numbers, we plus them, we got 1. Is it possible? Just now, you still remember, in the beginning of the class, we say 4 even numbers, if we plus them, then we will get the sum, an even number, right? Okay, so this can never happen. So how about we try the I is 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Then the P is how many? Maybe it is 8. 8. Let's see. But actually, 8 is wrong. Later, I'll tell you why. Let me write it down first. Because you can see, is there any number plus together 4 times? Give us 2? No, can never, right? So actually, the I doesn't only mean the sum of 4s is 2. It means 4s equals 12. There is a carryover. Okay, so everyone, this time we can take a look. The 4s equals 12. So s equals how many? Type in our chat box. Yeah, that will be 3, right? 3, 3, 3, 3. So this time P is how many? 9. So the PI is 92. Good job, everyone. Then the last question. This one, not bad. Let's take a look. Among all 3-digit numbers that can be formed using the digit 0, 1, 3 without repetition, what is the difference between the largest and the smallest 3-digit numbers? Actually, it is the biggest is 310 minus the smallest one is 103, give us 207. The final answer is 207. So this is the all for today's class, everyone. And see you next week. But after today's class, I will give you the sample paper too. Do remember to do your paper and then let your parent to submit the answers in the link so that Teacher Jane can see your final answer, okay? You can see in the beginning, Teacher Jane show you like this. This week, I received more than 30 submissions. This is really good. And according to your submission, I can know what about your average score for all of you. And I can also see each one of you, which question you got it wrong, which question you got it correct, so that I can know more about you. Okay, everyone, do remember to submit your answer after you finish the paper. Okay, everyone, so this is all for today's class. Bye-bye. A lot of you did it very well today, especially those type in our chat in the chat box and interact with Teacher Jane. I'm so happy to see all of you. Okay, everyone, enjoy your evening. Later, I will give you the paper. Okay, bye-bye. Thanks for your subscribe. Bye bye, everyone.